Composition of soil. Soil, the loose material that covers the land surfaces of earth and supports the growth of plants, is generally an unconsolidated or loose combination of inorganic and organic materials. The inorganic components of soil are principally the products of rocks and minerals that have been gradually broken down by weather, chemical action, and other natural processes. The organic materials are composed of debris from plants and form the decomposition of many tiny life forms that inhabit the soil. Mineral and organic particles generally compose roughly 50% of the soil's volume. The other 50% consist of pores, open areas of various shapes and sizes. Networks of pores hold water within the soil and also provide a means of water transport. Oxygen and other gases move through pore spaces in soil. Pores also serve as passageways for small animals and provide room for the growth of plant roots. In addition to pores, soil is also composed of mineral components. The mineral component of soil is made up of an arrangement of particles that are less than 2.0 millimeters (0.08 inches) in diameter. Soil scientists divide soil particles, also known as soil separates, into three main size groups: sand, silt, and clay, with each smaller in size than the previous kind. Depending upon the rock materials from which they were derived, these assorted mineral particles ultimately release the chemicals on which plants depend for survival, such as potassium, calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, sulfur, iron, and manganese. Organic materials constitute another essential component of soils. Some organic materials come from the residue of plants. For example, the remains of plant roots deep within the soil or materials that fall on the ground, such as leaves on a forest floor. These materials become part of a cycle of decomposition and decay, a cycle that provides important nutrients to the soil. In general, soil fertility depends on a high content of organic materials. Even a small area of soil holds a universe of living things, ranging in size from the fairly large to the microscopic. Earthworms, mites, millipedes, centipedes, grubs, termites, lice, springtails, and more. And even a gram of soil might contain as many as 1 billion microbes, bacteria and fungi too small to be seen with the naked eye. All these living things form a complex chain. Larger creatures eat organic debris and excrete waste into the soil. Predators consume living prey, and microbes feed on the bodies of dead animals. Bacteria and fungi, in particular, digest the complex organic compounds that make up living matter, and reduce them to simpler compounds that plants can use for food. A typical example of bacterial action is the formation of ammonia from animal and vegetable proteins. Other bacteria then oxidize the ammonia to form nitrogen compounds called nitrites, and still other bacteria act on the nitrites to form nitrates, another type of nitrogen compound that can be used by plants. Some types of bacteria can even fix or extract nitrogen directly from the air and make it available in the soil. Ultimately, the decay of plant and animal material results in the formation of a dark-colored organic matter known as humus, which, unlike plant residue, is generally resistant to further decomposition. Apart from the inorganic and organic matters in soil, water and pore space are also important factors in influencing soil's quality. Soils differ in their capacity to retain and transport water, which carries out the essential function of bringing mineral nutrients to plants. But the balance between water and air in the soil can be delicate. An overabundance of water will saturate the soil and fill pore spaces needed for the transport of oxygen. The resulting oxygen deficiency can kill plants. Fertile soils permit an exchange between plants and the atmosphere. As oxygen diffuses into the soil, and it is used by the roots for respiration. In turn, the resulting carbon dioxide diffuses through pore spaces and returns to the atmosphere. This exchange is most efficient in soils with a high degree of porosity. Soil plays an indispensable role in sustaining life, and since soil takes a great deal of time to develop, thousands or even millions of years, it is effectively a non-renewable resource. Yet even now, in many areas of the world, soil is under siege. Deforestation, overdevelopment, and pollution from man-made chemicals are just a few of the consequences of human activity and carelessness. As the human population grows, its demand for food from crops increases, making soil conservation even more crucial.